It's your girl, Miss V, host of the V Mix Radio Show. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Now, live on Radio on Fire. Of course, I want to take the time out and shout out my sponsor, Mirrors Lighthouse. If you need bundles, if you need eyelash extensions or strips, she will come to you. You can place an order with her. And again, on IG is Mirrors Lighthouse. That is the person that's responsible, the business that's responsible for my eyelashes. So if y'all see my eyelashes and they look like they're on fleek, I'm using that old word, right? They look like they're on fleek, it's due to Mirrors Lighthouse. So I want to take the time out and shout out to Mirrors Lighthouse. She's on IG as Mirror Lighthouse, just a Mirror Lighthouse. So I want to say it's an underscore Mirrors Lighthouse. So go there if you're interested in any lashes. She'll come to you. She also has bundles, things of that nature. So I want y'all to get familiar with Mirrors Lighthouse. Also, I want to take the time out to say thank you so much to the Plainest Jane. We had a great show. Her show is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on 1500 Radio. Shout out to 1500 Radio. So if you want to get familiar with In the Know Radio, also she's a YouTuber as well. The Plainest Jane, she is one of the hosts and the creator and the founder and the host, one of the hosts of In the Know Radio. And again, that's on 1500 Radio, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So get familiar with the Plainest Jane. We had an awesome show. If you missed the show, you can just always go to YouTube. You can go to RadioOnFire.com or you can go to the bmix.com and get familiar with the Plainest Jane or any of my guests that have been on the show. If you're interested in being a guest on the show, you can send inquiries to the vmix@gmail.com. And that's 2 X's with my email, the vmixx@gmail.com. My interviews are kind of like booked up. But I'll work around, try to figure it out. Also, I offer promo services as well. In addition to interviews, I have blogging services and things of that nature. Host events as well. So all of that is on the vmix.com. So you can go to the vmix.com and get familiar with the majority of everything, my pricings, things of that nature. Again, my show is Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. I do go out and do get footage as well. So just hit me up, the vmix@gmail.com, or you can hit my I'm about to tell y'all what it is. My phone number, 443-478-3188. And then you can go on my IG and actually call me from my IG. I have it listed. And my IG is the VMix with 2 X's. But again, shout outs to all the beautiful women in this entire universe that is slaying and killing and making it look easy and making it look sexy. We are doing a damn thing. We just slay like naturally. We just juggle so many things. Sometimes we're sick, we still get up. We gotta be a mom. We gotta be sometimes, unfortunately, a dad. We have to go to work. We gotta be. It's like we superheroes. So shout out to every woman that's trying to follow their dreams, that's trying to be an entrepreneur, that's a mom. Shout out to my mommy. I seen her door. She was a single mom. Shout out to all the women in my family. Just shout out to every woman out there. Like, I dig you. It's nothing like a badass chick. That's all I gotta say. I always wanted to be Xena, warrior princess. I was so into her, okay? All right? So it's nothing like a badass chick. And I just want to salute you all. It takes a lot of balls, a lot of courage to actually step out and do things that you love to do, because the fear, the who wants to support me, the fact that you still do it, that's a big deal. So salute to everyone who's doing, men and women that's doing their thing and unapologetic about it. But it's National Women's Day. I want to say yesterday or the whole entire month. I'm not sure. I just want to try to keep up. Y'all let me know. Hit my comments or something like that. But anyway. But shout out to all the beautiful women. Again, shout out to Plainest Jane. Next Saturday, who do I have? Billy Live. The plan is Billy Live is coming through. I think he has a live performance that same day. So shout out to Billy Live. And today I have a full house today. But again, I want y'all to stay tuned before I get into my guests with a special project that's coming out this March. No later than April, but the plans is to spin it out this March. I do have some V-Mixers events that I'm planning and things of that nature. So if you want to be a vendor, if you're interested in coming to one of my events and actually participating in being a vendor, vendor fee is small, but you can send inquiries to the vmix@gmail.com. I also want to have been planning a give back. So if you want to be included in that as a sponsor, you can send inquiries to the vmix@gmail.com as well. And again, I really, really appreciate everybody supporting the VMix, even when I call and I'm just like not sure about things. I appreciate the talks. I appreciate the communication. It's definitely not a heart. It's not an easy job to be an entrepreneur. So that's why I feel like I wanted to get my platform around entrepreneurship. I feel like we all have something to offer. But enough about me. And again, shout out to Mira's Lighthouse. Get familiar with your lashes. Get familiar with your bundles. She actually will come to you. She has extensions and she has the strips. Also, I want to take the time out to shout out the Gold Room. Owner Cuddy. I maybe shouldn't have said it like your whole joint right now, but it's on the top of the head. But anyway, shout outs to the Gold Room. Shout outs to December Moon. All the producers who performed. Everybody I saw at Greenspan. I got to meet DDM. So there was a great networking event. It was a producers work play edition. I want to say the Gold Room is actually located on Baltic Avenue. So it's totally for everyone who's into music, that's musically inclined. They built in a studio, so you need to get familiar with the Gold Room. And I want to say it's located in 140 Baltic Avenue. So shout out to everybody that was involved with the event that I was invited to at the Gold Room. Again, that was the producers work play edition, and they just played a couple. Careers played, Michael played, Mighty Mark. So shout out to everyone, like I said, December Moon. So it was a great event. Shout outs to Kaleida Penn. She was there. It was dope. So support goes a long way. A phone call, showing your face, people really do appreciate it. So, but it's still, all in all, it was worth it because it was great people. It was a great event, and hopefully they'll have more as well. So stay tuned. I got a few things. Again, I always want to shout out Miss Janice for the Making a Brand. Usually I host the events. I know she has something coming up March the 30th. Stay tuned for details. And also April the 6th, I know she's going to be in Brooklyn. So stay tuned for details for Making a Brand, Miss Janice Thomas. Also shout out to Vaughn Vargas. I actually ran into him at the Gold Room as well. So Baltimore, don't sleep on us. I'm telling you, we really are doing big things. So yeah, that's what's up. Again, your girl Miss V, host of the V Mix Radio Show, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. All right, it's a commercial. I'm about to just go ahead and get into my next guest. When I started the V Mix, I actually started June 2015, but I actually was working my way with networking and meeting people and motivational speaking and all that cute stuff, all of that good stuff. And I met one particular gentleman that was actually open arm with support. And it kind of was like, I mean, why is he supporting me? But I'm telling you, it went a long way. That's why I feel like I'm still here, from E-Digga to Dana Smith to Nicole Elmore to everyone who saw something in me and was like, okay, I can dig it, and not like, why is she trying to do it? Even if they felt their way, I didn't know it, So support goes a long way. So I'm going to get into my next guest when we come back from this commercial, all right? Actually, I got two guests, but we're going to start with E-Digga. It's your girl, Miss V, host of the V Mix Radio Show, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. I have my boy, E-Digga, radio personality, creator. He can do the rest. Boyfriend, father. What's up, E-Digga?
What's going on?
Honored to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
Thanks you so
for
much.
having me.
Absolutely. I feel like it's due time. You done created another show.
A lot of shows.
A lot of shows. Introduce yourself for the people who's not familiar with E-Digga. Like I was saying before, he's one of the first who opened a door for me. When I kicked the door down, was like, all right, I'm gonna be a radio host. He's one of the first, like count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was like, all right, V, I see. Okay, come through. So give us a little history for the people that want to know who E-Digga is that don't know, and then we can get into some stuff that's familiar.
First and foremost, big shout out to V. Not just radio. We know each other personally outside of radio. Well, I am E-Digga, the man you all know and love, CEO of Charm City Direct TV, creator, former host of the Charm City Direct radio show. What can I say? I've been around for about 7, 8 years now, 9, maybe 9.
It felt like 20.
Yeah, she said about 20. The reason for the switch from the radio to TV, because now people are more visual than anything. And I'm the type of person to keep it what it is. If it's radio, let it be heard. If it's TV, let it be seen. I just think that back then, when I was growing up, I wish I had this growing up, because at 19, 20, I would have been a beast.
I know. I just told you to introduce yourself. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
For the people who don't know, he started out actually kind of like podcasting radio. So you was already with the wave. I felt like you was with the wave. I felt like I think the video was coming for you. Yeah. But first of all, he did podcast first. Let's clear that up. You was into podcast, you was into radio, and it seemed like every time you start realizing a wave was hitting, you was on it.
Yes.
Like when it comes to TV, like you said, you just switched over from radio to TV.
Yes.
It just seemed like you was always on it. So I think you was on it back then. I don't think you needed TV back then. Like I felt like you was
heavier now with the new trend of technology. Now everybody's on live. Everybody is going live. Everything is more seen. Podcast, excuse me, was you hear podcasts.
Right.
Even with the radio show, I said we need to see this. We need to see the struggle, as I would put it, and I was able to get someone to come in to record.
I was about to say you was
the shows, and we did just that. And when people saw that, when I was putting it out there, people were seeing that, and they were saying, "Man, we didn't see this. We don't see this." So that was really like the upbringing of Charm City Direct radio show. Charm City Direct TV, totally different. Wanted to give people the opportunity to pretty much do what they love. Don't know how to do it per se. Real simple. I love to be simple, and that's one of the reasons why I created Charm City Direct TV.
But can you give us the history? How many, like you on your? I know you just created a new show.
Yeah.
Why so many shows?
Why so many shows is how my brain works. Late Night Live with E-Digga, for instance, that's a more late night show, more raunchier. Put the kids to bed, so to speak. But it gives you the insight of what's really going on, in my opinion. Let's Talk with E-Digga is another show on Charm City Direct TV that highlights the small business owners, community leaders, entertainment, rappers, singing. E-Digga Speaks. It's just, my opinion on certain things. Everybody is voicing their opinions now. I just want to share mine. So that's 3 shows right there. It's how my brain works.
Over the years, how many have it been that you created? Have you kept up?
A lot. Not saying created other people's shows.
Right.
Being a consultant, when people like scratching their head, like, I don't know the name of this show.
Right.
And I just come up, with their name. Shout out to It Is What It Is radio show. Came up with their name.
I like that.
Dead on, like Be Exposed Radio.
You came up with that too?
Yeah. No, not Be Exposed Radio. No, I didn't come up with that.
I thought it'd be like
It Is What It Is radio.
But they're on it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Came up with their title. We was at a networking party, and they was like, we trying to figure out a name for the show. And I said, It Is What It Is. Just real casual, and it stuck.
So have radio always been like a passion of yours,
Yes.
or did it just kind of like fall into your lap? Because for me, it's always kind of been on like playing around with it, but it kind of fell into my lap. Even though I talked about it, I had friends who be like, "Do you remember I used to roll up on Reggie Reg and talk to him back in Coppin days?" And I was like, "No, I do not remember that." So it kind of fell. It was happening for me, but it was I wasn't really. I didn't get it. But you seem like you always got it and you wanted it. And how long has it been in the making for you to pursue radio?
It's been in the making for a minute. I just like talking to people.
Okay.
If you like talking to people, if you like people, it'll come natural. If you're not one of those people persons, radio is not for you. TV is not. Let me take that back. Radio is not for you. TV, if you like tennis, you can make it work with that. But radio, you're going to meet people. If you're a people's person and if you like to talk, this is the industry for you.
So media now and media 8 years ago, what's the difference? High and low. Totally the technology.
Technology is totally different. You would not think about getting on live. Remember when live you had to be like a big name to get on live? Now everybody and their mama is on. The dog is on live. So it's this is just the footing. You know, technology is going to take off bigger than this. So you just got to keep up with technology.
Myth. Do you think this is a myth? Radio is going to be extinct because of the technology. Yes. Like eventually it won't be a 1590 AM or any terrestrial radio. Do you feel like online podcasting, all of that is going to eventually get rid of radio?
Yes.
Because they've been saying that for a long time that it was going to get rid of radio. Radio's still going strong. Because I'm asking you because I don't think so.
I think so. Here's why. People like to see stuff.
They do.
People like to see stuff. Although 92Q, 93.9, you hear it. Now they're starting to realize, but I think it's too late. When the people have come in, like myself, you for instance, a lot of other people, they came in and said, okay, let this be seen. They want to see.
They do.
You see what I'm saying? So I think mainstream radio is going to be extinct.
But what about but what about the people, like for instance 1590? They had set listeners. They had set people who sit by the dial tone to listen to Pacific shows only on 1590 AM.
True.
So what about those people who was into radio that is really into that natural voice that
you talk about the old fashioned?
The old fashioned.
I don't know. I think it's going to create a avenue where it will overpower the old fashioned way.
We need
now
both.
we I mean, not to take away from, you know, if you want to sit by your radio in the living room, drinking wine, that's your thing. But I think the new wave, the new generation, the young kids, they want to see it.
They do.
They want to see it. Not, like I said, not taking away from.
And that's why I said big ups to 1590 AM.
Yeah.
G on everybody there. I left because of the same thing we're talking about.
My first start was at 1590. WFBR.
Shout out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, that's where I was going. It was like the wave, and I was already like in talks, like working like with a couple with mingling and networking. And I was just like, I love that you can get in the car and hear me. That's what you grow up thinking about, right?
Yeah.
But then it was just like,
they want to see it.
They want to see
you.
They
in the
really
car.
do.
They want to see it.
They do want to see you in the car.
Yeah,
they
that's
do.
the thing. And once you realize that, once you sit down and be like, damn, this is exactly why I hired Jerry. I remember Jerry to come in on the radio show. Hey, let's get this footage. Let's put this out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you was doing this video thing for a minute though. A minute. A minute. So I was like, wait, you've been on, so you keep creating these shows. So do you have hosts? I know you do have hosts, but do you do sit down, like I'm doing sit down hosts?
Eventually.
He said eventually I will. So you do webcam?
Yeah.
I don't know how I do that. See, I'm just so not that savvy with it.
I'm trying to be like Diamond K.
I'm trying to be like you did, Diamond K. All of that. Like, all of that.
It's easy. I mean, technology.
I just think too much into it, I think. I do. Like,
once you get over it, once you, start to tamper, Get you a webcam, get you some, great internet access, and sit down one good time and, start to play. I go to school every day. That's what I tell myself. I gotta learn new things.
So the difference in media 8 years ago and now is totally the technology, even though you was kind of on a wave. Shout out to you for that.
Thank you.
So you are very open to go on rants too on Facebook. I gotta bring it up. Has that helped you?
Yes and no.
Or has it not helped you? For
Yes.
the people who looking up to you, because you got followers.
Yes.
You're very. I'm not that girl. I'm the. Diamond K, this motherfucker got on my motherfucking nerves. God damn it. Oh hey, that's me, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you like this motherfucker got on my motherfucking nerves. Post.
It has helped. It has not helped. Here's why. And I calmed down.
I gotta pull it up.
I've calmed down tremendously because at a point, I just thought that everything needed to be out. Don't hold stuff in. Just let it be out.
Right.
And I've gotten chastised about it by older people. Like, start getting on social media and airing out your dirty laundry. But my defense is, who do I talk to? Who's going to hear that? You see what I'm saying? So you get on social media. But then one person said, E, this is not you, man.
It's not.
Take that frustration out on, energy wise and put it out there in your broadcast and create. And that's exactly what I did. So I've calmed down tremendously.
I hope that was okay for me to bring it up.
Fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, because I was like, E-Digga, I get it. Like I said, as far as being an entrepreneur, you gotta, like you said, release some stuff.
Yes.
Like you gotta get some stuff off. But I think I've been very cautious about some of the stuff that I do share. Like I have got drunk one time after a breakup and was like, I got played. But the response I got from it was hilarious, so I left it up there. So I get it. I haven't been I don't got it all the way down. But for me, it's like the mystique.
Okay.
I'm into that because I think growing up, that's what we was privy of, that we don't have. Like you said, everybody want to see you. Everybody want to know what you thinking. And it's like, my people's is privy to what I'm thinking. This motherfucker just...
Now that you're in the public eye,
right?
It's a little bit different, yeah.
And I used to be like, dang, if I can just take E-Digga.
But you should have said it.
I just didn't know, because some people be like, well, what the fuck you know about what I should say, motherfucker? So I didn't like, right? Because somebody, no, I hope you probably listening. Somebody hit me once, and this was kind of different. It was like, I want to give you some advice, and I'm like, I don't need advice for my vision. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to really go there with you because I respected you. I love what you was doing. Like I said, you've always been on top of the wave. You have. Thank you for opening the door for me. Like when I say like not looking like at me like an alien for wanting to do radio. I just felt like it was always, I was on the brink of it. But to me, I think you tell me as far as this generation goes, I feel like mystique and strategy is very important in your movement. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people is fast paced with stuff and they just gotta bing it out. And I think that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like I it's a lot of things I know and I'm working on, I don't say, but it's some things you write, you gotta put it out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it out there. But what would you say that you see in this generation now that we got privy of growing up then, or you starting radio 8 years ago? Like, I just feel like sometimes it could be microwave. It's too fast. Like, I like strategy. I like to take my time.
It's just what you said. Take your time. I mean, I understand, you gotta keep up with the trend or keep up with the time. Take your time. When I was with the radio show, the real reason why I created a radio show was, honestly, I thought I was the only one that was doing it, for real. I was the only one that did it. Everything that I was doing, I was like, ain't nobody got this. Next thing you know, I wake up the next day and it's like 10 gazillion radio shows, It's okay, I didn't think that just because they was doing it, I had to stop. I just kept on what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? This generation, take your time, strategize, think before you leap, so to speak, because everything is not for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So,
what's your plans now with Let's Talk with E-Digga? You got E-Digga Speaks. I mean, what's your plans with all these shows? Do you eventually plan to have other radio shows on Charm City Direct?
Every now it's like 2 shows I have now. It's just the 2 of us with Trey and Damon Perry.
Dope.
They are a couple, and they offer couple advice, marital advice,
Dope.
so to speak, and they funny as hell. And Mandy Candy Talk every Monday at 6:00. I'm sorry, dude.
Go for it. You drop all that. Drop all of your information. I'm not one of them stations. Don't keep
Don't
promoting.
say that. Don't say that.
No, promote, boo boo.
Candy Talk 6:00 every Monday, and she talks about current events in her own way. So that's just 2 shows right now. I am looking for other shows, but the key thing is everybody thinks that you have to be an elaborate setting. The phone is your best weapon. Just log in, go live, and you got a show. If you like to talk, if you know how to press a button and interact with people, that is your show. And it's real. Everybody thinks that you got to be big time to do this. You don't. So I just like to offer that simplicity. You just hold your phone up and start talking.
That's exactly what you was doing. You've been doing this. Like, I'm telling you. Like, nigga been on the thunder, not the wave for a minute. Like, let me let y'all know. Y'all don't know. You have really been on it. Even I feel like, I don't know. Like, for me, you just been doing it. Like, and you always opened your doors to people. And I applaud you for that. And I appreciate you for that. So have you had, I know you had a situation where you had more than 2 shows on your site, or no?
What do you mean?
Like you got Candy, and then you have the other
just
one.
The 2 of us.
It just have it always just been you promoting your own show? Is this the first time you got some additional shows on your Charm City Direct?
Yeah, I just started.
Okay, so now you're trying to build. So how do they, if they're interested to come and be a part of your team, drop your contact information?
Email. I work best with email. charmcitydirect73@gmail.com. charmcitydirect73@gmail.com. Just hit me up. What it is that you want to do. If you have a show in mind, if you need a idea for shows, because it's no rest days. There's no off days. If you need a concept, if you need to formulate your, right now I'm working on a podcast. I'm going backwards, so to speak, but I'm not hosting the podcast. I need people to host the podcast.
I think I seen you share something about that.
Yeah, it's called The Flow.
Dope.
It's called The Flow Podcast. I did it months ago. Didn't like it. So now
you're trying to rebrand it.
I'm trying to rebrand it. Dope. with some different people. So if you like to talk, not afraid to be seen, be heard, holla at me. charmcitydirect73@gmail.com.
2 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Household name.
What people don't know about you, what do you want people to know about you today?
I'm afraid of the dark.
I cannot stand him. I hope you're not serious, though.
No, I am serious.
No,
I'm afraid of the dark. Nobody's around, but I got an animal, I got a cat, so keep me company.
So do you like horror movies?
Yes, with other people.
They don't go together with other people in the room. Yeah. All right, they go together.
With the lights on.
Tyler Perry, or just throwing some trivia out there. I'm gonna bring my next guys.
Okay.
Tyler Perry or Lee Daniels?
Tyler. His story. Not
you know he's supposed to be retiring with that, right? Last time I checked, somebody correct me too. I think he's supposed to be in the movies.
I know Medea. No, Medea.
Medea.
He's retiring.
Okay,
Medea.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you retiring Medea?
I guess he's been doing it so long. That's what he said. He said he was doing it so long that this ran his course. I agree. But I like Tyler Perry because of his humble beginning. He started out homeless. Had one play, it flopped. He never quit. And if you're a YouTuber, if you go on YouTube, type in "Climb and Maintain," his sermon that he did at Joel Osteen's church.
Okay.
Powerful.
I ain't get to
see that.
All right. We gotta bring that back up when we get off air.
Okay.
I do really want to see that.
Yes.
E-Digga, you dope.
Thank you.
You're not going away. You're gonna sit right here.
Okay.
Y'all can swap seats though, not when we hit the commercial. But I still want to talk about a little politics, your playlist, things of that nature. But I have another powerhouse in the building that I want to get into. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Again, thank you. This is E-Digga, Charm City. Go ahead, you do that real quick.
Charm City Direct TV. We are the heartbeat of the city. Catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV for all the good things that's going on in Baltimore and beyond.
Hey.
Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit RadioOnFire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit RadioOnFire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today.
It's your girl, Miss V, host of the V-Mix radio show, 11 a.m. to 12 noon, only on Radio on Fire. I am blessed. E-Digga didn't go nowhere, y'all. Y'all see his hand, like, he right there. He didn't go nowhere. I did want to bring up that he had started on he was on other shows as well, online stations. There we go. He was on several other online stations, so I'm going to try to bring that back up. But get familiar with E-Digga, okay? Get familiar, all right? But up next, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful homegirl, I would say, friend. I know we good talks just off the record. She's like, why you just don't call me? I be like, I don't know. That's another one I call like, girl, this I don't know. So that's what I do. Okay, I don't do what E-Digga do. Okay, it's like I'm like, but She can introduce herself. She's a radio personality. She's a host. She's a creator. She is a founder now of her new media workshops. I don't have to do. I have a whole. They my media friends. They can actually introduce themselves. I was honored when she reached out. So, mom, wife, all of that good stuff. Hi, Naomi. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm excellent. Yes.
I haven't seen you since when? The last time I've been to your show, it had to be 2018,
Oh, wow.
right?
Yeah, it's been that long.
I know. We in 19 already. It's been
Yeah.
last year. I think I seen you like last year.
Was it that or your networking
It was a
event?
networking event.
I think it might have been a networking
You did
event.
come. Thank you, boo.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was like summertime.
Yeah.
It's so good to see you. You look good.
Thank you too.
As
You always look
usual.
good.
What has changed?
Oh my gosh.
First, introduce yourself, because you can do that, because you're a media host. You know, introduce yourself.
I am Miss Be Inspired. And formerly the host of the Be Inspired radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. Shout out to the family over there. But a lot has changed since May of 2018. I'm the new kid on the block with media production. I started Be Inspired Global LLC, and we do media production and public relations. So for me, my background was in business first. I started out working for the federal government for over 17 years as a project manager. And so, like you, 3 years ago, my entire life changed when I started the Be Inspired radio show. It was like destiny was like, here I am. Here's your purpose. Now what you want to do with it? And everything just evolved from that moment. It's almost 4 years ago, actually.
I was gonna say, I don't know about her show. My show about 4 years.
Yeah, because I think we started around
15,
the same time.
2015,
Yeah.
June for me, June 2015. I think you were around it like a little after, but it was around
Right.
same shit, 2015.
I think
4 years.
Yeah, because it started in July.
So
yeah,
2000,
so
4
it's been
years.
4 years.
Yeah. I was flying.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, a lot has changed, and I am the CEO and founder. And what I love about it is this show is so appropriate because E-Digga is in the building. Let me just say first of all about E-Digga is he is so unsung. Period.
I agree.
Unsung.
I agree.
Because he is doing so much in the industry, and I think people like E-Digga get overlooked a lot.
Absolutely.
Because they are trailblazers, but people don't give credit where credit is due. So I'm pausing, along with B, and give E-Digga a whole shout out.
He's so funny to me.
It's the real deal, though, because people like him they're unsung, and he's the one in the background promoting and giving shout outs and pushing people like V and like me. Like I appreciate posting my stuff and E-Digga come on and say, I'm so proud of you. You don't understand what that does for a person when they're starting out in business. When you start out any kind of business, it's a leap of faith, period. So a lot has changed. Right now, I'm on I guess you can say like a education tour, if you will, because I am, there you go, Broadcast Media Workshop, your voice, your brand, your message. And my goal is to empower and train as many media industry professionals as I can. Because when I first came in, I was fortunate enough to have a few people who invested in me, but there are a whole lot of professionals who want to get in the industry or who are already in the industry who do not have the tools to be successful. And so it won't be just me teaching these. I'll be bringing in professionals from all over to teach these, and also I'm going to be partnering with some folks to make this thing happen. So it's not just going to be in Baltimore, but we're starting here because this place
You
is
better. I'm sorry.
exploding.
Let's start here.
Yes, with media content. So
Congratulations,
Thank
congratulations. Yesterday was Women's Day, but look, Women's Month, okay? Cut that day and month. It's a month, whole month, okay? Congratulations.
Thank
I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
like, she doesn't work for the federal government anymore.
full-time
Entrepreneur. So just tell a little background. You started at Be Exposed. You're no longer with Be Exposed.
No,
Shout out
right.
to Be Exposed. How did you do it? 4 years in the making. I can't leave the state just yet, y'all. Tell me and tell us, how did you do it? And we're going to get into your workshops as to how that fell into your lap as far as you leaving Be Exposed first, right?
Yes.
So,
well, actually, it was the other way around. I actually left my job first,
okay,
and then left Be Exposed.
Okay.
So it was a process. It really was a process. It was something that I'd been thinking about for a while because I felt like being there was sucking all of my creative energy out. I was investing so much into this job. And so by the time I got home, because I'm a mom and I'm a professional and I have a whole other life, by the time I got home, I didn't have time to really invest in what I loved. And so I talked to my husband, and I remember the exact date it happened. It was May 4th, 2018. I will never forget that day. It's branded in my brain.
The day before Cinco de Mayo.
Right. Okay. Listen, here, it's a holiday for me now.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, May 4th, 2018, I remember going into work, and it was like a series of events happened. Mm-hmm. But at that moment, I knew that was the day that I needed to do it. I called my husband, and I was like, babe, this is the day I have to leave this job. And on the other end, I heard the best thing that I ever could have heard in my life. He said, and we gonna be all right.
Shout outs to hubby.
Click,
Shout outs to hubby.
Click. That's all I need.
Do we got a brother? Do we got a cousin?
I said, click. I went into my office and started typing that resignation letter here.
Okay.
And I said, hit send on that email.
Oh, you probably got some fire up under the light.
It was the motivation I needed, because when you have a support system, you want to feel that they connect with what you're trying to do, that they believe in what you're trying to do, especially in your home base. It's nothing like having your spouse, your significant other, team up and agree with the moves that you're trying to make. And so that was the fuel that I needed, because I talked to him before about it. It just did not click at the time, but this was the day. And so when I did that next morning, that next Monday, which was May the 7th, I went down to the state building and I registered my business, Be Inspired Global LLC. And it's in this coming May, it will be an entire year. We have an office down on West Lombard Street, a studio that we're building.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm grateful for my humble beginnings. It's not a huge spot, but it's enough to get what I need in there, and that's all that matters for now.
Move on, Diamond K. I'm about to go to B.
We are a family.
Yes,
because
we
actually,
are.
my
Yes, we are.
husband,
Yes, we are.
Titus Burrell, is good friends with Diamond K.
Everybody know Diamond, okay?
Yeah, they've done some work together. And
Everybody know this man. It's so cool.
Yeah, he's doing some great things in Baltimore. So Diamond K is a breed all his own.
I just love the fact that my media friends is so dope. Ooh, it's better than y'all's. It's like, yo, okay, so you left work, okay? No, you're still not really leaving work, because you gotta, for the people who don't understand, when you do leave work and you do start this path, that you still have to grind, you still have to work.
Yeah.
If you don't mind sharing that piece, that we sometimes
I quit
don't focus
that
on.
job and I hired myself. That's what I did. So I'm employed by me. And so the energy, the 40 hours that I put in, and this is something me and you talked about, the 40 hours that I gave to that job, I'm now giving to myself. So the time that I put in, clocking in and out for them, sending emails for them, I send for myself. I send out promotion. I do things that's going to enhance my business, because if I don't get paid and I don't eat. And that's important to me. So it's not like you leave this job, then what? No, leave this job, take a break, okay? Don't just go straight full throttle into working. Take a break, reprieve, and then take that 40 hours, replant it, and put it into your own business. And that is what I did. I took that, and don't get me wrong, it helped to have a little savings, because I did. I had some savings that I could pull on to cushion, because you do want to be wise when you do this. Now, there is nothing wrong with leaping out on faith, but you do want to be wise, because I had a family, I have children, I have a husband. So I had a little cushion. I gave it some thought. I was like, okay, before I leave, I need to have a couple coins. And so I did. And that sustained me for all the way through the summer, all the way up until the end of 2018. So now what you see is a woman who is living solely off of the money she is making through her business.
All praises to the Most High. I am a believer. Okay.
Yes.
All praises to the Most High.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
let's get into these media workshops.
Mhm.
And your first one, do you have a date for that yet?
The first one actually happened in January. What am I talking about? I'm trying to bring the summer on already.
I know I'm ready for it too. Jeesh, come on already.
So January the 19th, I believe, was the first one.
Okay.
And so now we're coming up on the second one, which is March 16th. And I have the one and only Deborah Franklin, Conversations with Deborah Franklin. If y'all don't know her, you need to get to know her.
Shout out to Deborah Franklin. Hi.
That's my girl. She is out here doing some great things as well. And she has a whole network that she's working on. And what I love is to see the women in media and in the industry stepping up. And I shout out to the men who paved the way.
How do you feel about E-Digga real quick? How do you feel? You can slide over. I don't think Naomi.
I don't mind
gonna bite
coming
you.
over here.
How do you feel about women in the media? You know, male-dominated industry with majority of entertainment and things of that nature. How?
I love it. We need more of them. I love it. It's no, no, why is she in media? No, it's none of that.
Do you feel like women can preach on the pulpit?
Oh yeah.
They actually have a history from Be Exposed.
Oh yeah, we good. We
So,
good over here. We
real
good.
quick, E-Digga, tell how y'all, was you at the station first at Be Exposed?
No, she was.
So tell us how y'all connection started.
Networking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Dope.
Or better yet,
Actually, 'cause-
before.
Yeah, it was before the show, actually.
Before I was tuning in to Be Exposed, trying to
Figure it out.
But I used to tune into our show. I mean, I still do, but I was tuning into everybody's show just to get a feel of it.
Right.
And I was like, Naomi. And that's what everybody was talking about. Be Inspired radio show. And when I came there, you ever meet a person that don't get mad?
Never.
Like,
I told you I get mad. I'd be like,
when I met Naomi, I was like, she is so sweet, so
She
pleasant,
is.
and she open arms. Like, some people like, don't judge me, I don't know you, but it was open arms at Be Exposed. So yeah.
How many stations you been at? Online stations? Real quick. 3.
Yeah. Four. Sorry.
And I'm asking you this because you left. And now you creating your own. You have created your
Yes.
own.
Yes.
You have created your own. Tell me the difference of working with people and now doing it alone, high and low. I can start with you, then if you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, first of all, starting your own just gives you so much creative flexibility. You have the passion that you have for doing a show on somebody else's platform. It just goes to 10. Because now you can invest all of that energy into doing what you want to do and creating your own brand.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're on someone else's platform, in some instances, you have to make sure that you match the brand of that station or that station's brand matches yours.
Yes.
I agree.
And at some point, there's a misstep there. For me, that's sort of what happened. As I began to evolve, I realized that my brand was changing, so I needed to fix that. So for me, going to my own station gave me that freedom to redevelop and relaunch my brand the way I wanted to. And it's just not just about my brand, because of course, with my platform, I'm going to be helping other people get where they need to be as well, because that's really the ultimate goal for me. The media piece for Be Inspired Global is just one entity for now, because that's the entity that I'm in. Hopefully it will expand to other areas, but it's really about helping other people. So that flexibility, now I control that. It's not about somebody else's brand. It's about developing my own and having it match what I wanted, the integrity of what I want it to be. So, yeah.
Did you enjoy the collaborations working with?
Oh, absolutely. I live for it because you learn so much. For me, in the industry, in the media industry, it can be so competitive if you let it. But when you are comfortable with who you are and your process, then you have no problem sharing, helping, collaborating. And so for me, I've seen the power in collaboration. I've seen the fact that three of us in the same industry with maybe three different flares, how we can come together and really make something cataclysmic. Like, people are like, oh my God, this is even better than if I was just watching her show by herself. But now you have all three entities in one place and we're sharing. And when people can see that, they realize how possible it is to work together, to share information and still get where you need to go. Because at the end of the day, I can't do it like V. There's only one of her, and we celebrate that. I can't do it like E. Because there's only one of E, and he going set more trends before it's on. We're going to be like, dang.
We're going to have 7 shows. We on our 7th day of the first show.
Down.
I can't keep up. Wait a minute. And then there's Miss Be Inspired. My reasoning for doing what I do is something entirely different. So I guess the message that I'm saying is that working together is going to help you to propel further than you could have ever imagined.
Sharpens you.
Right.
It really sharpens you. And I think people are scared of, like you said, it's like this fear of somebody doing it better. There's no such thing.
Yes, that's
and no such thing as
truth.
nobody doing it better.
Yeah.
That is
And I think, shout outs to the Media Impact Award. That's why I thought that was dope. Anytime you can create something you feel like is missing in your community, that's a big fucking deal. I get to cuss now because I'm on the podcast. Okay? All right. Shout out to 1590 still though. Okay. That's a big deal. I just appreciate you, and I'm so excited. You're high and low real quick for collaborations with a few other online stations you were a part of. And,
Actually, it was 5.
And create.
The numbers go up.
Keep it going.
I didn't, like Miss Be Inspired said, I didn't feel that it was anything taken away from me. It was, I think my reason for leaving was I just wanted to elevate. I always wanted to own something for me, Not saying that I left on bad terms at any of these stations. Still good friends with a lot of, the people that I've collaborated with. It was just that at a point you want to do your own, and you feel good about it. I humble beginnings. I'm in the attic of my house, That's where Charm City Direct TV is. And once I go up there, I have this thing, just as soon as I hit the top step, it's time to create. And you go there and you be yourself. You get to concentrate on your brand. Not saying that the other 2 shows that's on my network, I give them full creativity. And I tell them, like, whatever it is, within reason, whatever it is that y'all want to do, you're more than welcome to do it.
Dope. They so dope. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
So
you.
the media workshops, is it cost effective? I mean, it's efficient. Tell us how to be a part. Drop the contact information to be a part of the media workshops. And you said the first one was in January. You're gearing up to the second one. You know, Miss Deborah is going to be a part of the second one. For the people who want to be a part or want to attend, can you drop that contact information?
Yeah, sure. So you can go right to www.beinspiredglobal.media to register. It's $20. That's it. You get refreshments. You get your training materials included. The topic this time is the do's and don'ts of interviewing. Because if you are in this profession, there is a way to do this. Some people can do it naturally, but then there are some that don't know how to do it. And so my vision is to really bring you into this room, help to craft a training that's going to give you the tools that when you leave out, you feel like you can be successful, you're empowered. So that is it. Deborah Franklin is going to be the instructor for that training. You can go to www.beinspiredglobal.media to register. It is $20, and it's going to be great. March 16th, 11 a.m. to 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Palladium.
Thank you for shouting out my show on the low.
See?
It's like I'm playing.
Because I was like, wait a minute, no, that's not it. But yes, gotta check out V-Mix.
And then are you still doing your show?
So I am not doing my show on that level. I am doing Miss B Inspired Soapbox.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that. Don't tell me you call E-Digga for that.
No, not this time.
All right.
But, maybe I was channeling his energy when I was creating. Okay.
Okay, well, this is what he would say, right?
But it was actually birthed out of when I was on my show.
Okay.
There would be times when I would go on these rants, and I'd be like, I'm getting on my soapbox.
I like
because that's how it was. I would get on there, I just go, especially if it was a topic I was very passionate about. So then when I left, I was like, oh, that would be dope. Miss B Inspired Soapbox.
That is dope.
So, get on the box. That's what.
So you just,
whenever
you feeling like
whenever I feel like
you just want to drop the box.
Because I needed that flexibility as a mom. First of all, because I'm a businesswoman and I'm running this business.
Tell us about it. All about being a wife. Mom. Because even though hubby supports you, you still got to make sure he good. All of that.
They got to eat.
Tell us, it's Women's International Day. Month.
Yeah. So, I'll tell you, yes. I'll tell you about the balance part because I went to the Maryland Public Television Women's Leadership Forum, and I got the chance to see E there. I was like, you know what? This is just meant to be. We always, some kind of way. So anyway, when I was there, it was a lady who was the leader or president of the Enoch Pratt Library, and she says there's no such thing as balance. If you can get to the point where it's going to be okay that you drop a few balls along the way, then you are right. I think we try to achieve this level of balance that's really not real. Yes, it's a juggling act in a way, but when she said that, for me, it struck a chord because we work to try to achieve this balance that maybe we'll never reach. And I think it's okay to say that I'm not going to always have it all together. As a mom, I can't feel guilty that they may have to eat dinner at 9 versus 7 tonight because I had to send out one more email to a potential client or something like that. The fact is they're eating. The fact is they're not starving. The fact is they're going to school every day doing what they need to do. So if you can be okay with the fact that you will drop a few balls along the way, then you're going to be all right. Don't try to achieve this high level of balance that you may never reach because you'll spend all your energy trying to get there when you could be putting energies into other things and just being happy for what you were able to achieve along the way. So that's my tidbit.
Hey, you're just so dope. You see this? For the two of you, media impact. Media meaning like Baltimore, like any media all over the world, national news, local media. How big of a deal is it? Changing the narrative, I should say, is a little slogan. How important is Baltimore media to you, or media in general, with the tone of politics and the tone of social injustice and the time of everything is like on the high level of police brutality and everything negative. How important is media to you both?
I think it is a necessity because, for one thing, you get to hear the opinions of more than just one person when you have these various platforms of media. It is a way to change the paradigm, if you will, of our community if it's used well. I think the thing that is lacking is that people don't understand the power of media. A lot of times it's misused because of what we already see happening in media, and we feel like we have to repeat that same pattern. But when we understand the power of media, then we understand we actually have a tool here that we could use to really impact the communities. And back in the day with good old analog radio, as y'all were talking about, they understood that. They used it to talk about social issues. They used it to talk about ways to change and help their community. It was always giving shout out to Greater Ebenezer Baptist Church down the streets having a fish fry. Y'all need to go on down there.
Yo, I cannot stop shaking my head. That's why I fell in love with radio. That made me fall in love.
And we was like,
radio.
Back. Let me go on down to Greater Ebenezer.
You knew everything. The fashion was on radio. Everything was on radio. They stood up for social injustice.
Yes.
Like, it seemed like with this shift, you can't even have a rant no more. Like, rants is not as...
Yeah. And that's the beauty of media. That's the beauty of it. And it's been lost. And I think those of us who realize that or are woke to that have a responsibility to reestablish that integrity to radio. Like, when people, that's why when people appreciated the Be Inspired radio show, I have to give a shout out to Kendra for the t-shirt. It's because I let people be themselves when they came on the show. Period. Only thing I asked was, no cursing and stuff like that, because of the type of audience I had. I wanted it to be where anybody could listen.
That's the best. That's the best way to get sharp was when you have a show that's not a cussing show. Yeah. Because you still got this thing where you want to, like, even here I gotta be like, oh yeah, I can say fuck, So every now and again I gotta be like, all right, no fuck bombs right now, because I know. And I apologize to your platform, y'all. I'm sorry. The V-Mix.
This is her show.
I'm sorry.
I tried it, but
it didn't work for you. You tried not to cuss, y'all?
On my radio show, it was like, don't.
I worked for 3 years at WFPR. It worked for a little bit. I don't drop any.
It's okay. I mean, everybody's platform is different, but I let people really express themselves on the show, talk about the issues. And sometimes the topics were taboo. People would inbox me like, you let them talk about that? Yes, I did. It is what it is, because that's the beauty of radio and media.
It is.
So that's my 2 cents.
I think it's very important because it comes from real people. You see what I'm saying? Everybody sitting in this room, the 3 of us, and countless others that, live here in Baltimore, experience Baltimore. So I think it's very important, then to have it scripted somewhat. It's coming from actual real people who experience day to day what it's like to live here in Baltimore.
I agree.
It's needed.
100%.
It's needed. I'm so full, but I want to ask a few more questions. It's your girl, Miss V, the V-Mix host. Your girl, Miss V, host of the V-Mix radio show, 11 a.m. to Saturdays. And I have Miss B Inspired. I have E-Digga. My media friends. I have a lot of media friends. I love y'all. Again, only on RadioOnFire right now, your girl. You can catch me 11 a.m. to 12. If you want to be interviewed, you can send inquiries to thevmix@gmail.com. If you want to catch E-Digga, you can catch him
at charmcitydirect73@gmail.com or facebook.com/charmcitydirecttv.
Naomi.
Just go straight to our website, www.beinspiredglobal.media.
So, just quick politics. Next year is the election. If we don't got a rant right now, y'all. But I just don't feel like this wall is really what they saying this wall is for. So, what is y'all tone on? I don't feel like we got a lot of good presidential candidates that I do feel like Trump is going to be elected again. I'm just throwing out some things just to pull something from y'all. I do feel like Trump is going to be elected again with this whole wall thing. Like, I don't even feel like getting wrapped up in any other candidates. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment. But I just feel like he's got to finish this out as far as the wall. And I feel like they is going to allow it. And I'm just, how do y'all feel about the environment right now of the presidential candidates, the wall? We passed the furlough for now, but it's just ironic that they make they have this type of lifestyle where they constantly come to us to get things done. So it's at a point where I'm not following certain things anymore. I study criminal justice, so I'm very clear on some things when it comes to criminal justice, when it comes to politics. I'm very clear on things, and I try to keep some things like, but I just feel like Trump is going to win. What y'all think? Go ahead, take it from me. Get it. What y'all feeling like 2020? This is 2019. We here already. It's ticking, baby.
Yeah, we're already.
We had Kamala. I don't think she's going to take it home. I just feel like Trump. Another lady came out. We have a gentleman. I'm not gonna lie. I have not been keeping up with everybody personally. Y'all correct me. Y'all tell me what's going on. But the reason I'm not doing it is because I just know Trump is going to take it.
Yeah, I tread lightly with politics, definitely when talking about it, because it is a sensitive topic, and it's so personal for some people.
It is.
But what I will say is that it's going to be a circus act. The campaign itself. So prepare yourself.
Yes, oh my God. You just made me think about it. Really, about it is. Trump gonna show off. You hear me?
Yeah.
He gonna show off. All right. E,
You might as well get your popcorn.
get your popcorn.
Your little slurpee,
Trump is
sippy, or whatever, your Capri Sun.
He about to be. He gonna show off, man. Oh my God. E, what you thinking?
I just think that anybody needs to be elected other than him. For real,
He ain't
talk.
feeling nothing.
Like,
I just said, look, Trump gonna take you like, nah, V, we do not need this.
because it's going to be a circus. I'm giving you that,
So
but
funny.
we just need to stay woke, stay vigilant.
Thank you for bringing that.
And it's going to be a different
Stay
person
woke.
in the White House. I think it's going to be just like Obama got in office. We need one of those moments again.
We gonna webcam when this. No, I'm making a webcam to webcam you when this election happens next year, y'all. I be like, E-Digga.
I'm
See
on
this
it.
shit?
I'm on it.
Yo, you remember when you said this shit?
That
Get familiar with the interview on.
No, I just think it's going to be another. It's going to be a circus. It's going to be a circus. Trump is going to act out. He is definitely going to act a plum fool. But anybody needs to get into that office other than him, because even his own supporters are starting to second guess this whole thing. And the wall, I think, is that he needs something to build or continue his legacy as president. That's just my opinion.
And I think the idea of homeland security and protection, it's a real issue.
It is.
Because
That's why I wanna
obviously
touch it.
we've experienced a lot of violence in this country, terrorists, because of it. So with that being said, do I believe that there's something that needs to be done? Absolutely. Do I believe that the wall is the answer? Not necessarily. I think it's very expensive considering all the other issues and things in this country that need to be addressed. First of all,
Michigan.
yes, you
Like-
have water filtration systems they're out of whack. You still got a lot of hungry people out here.
Praises to the Most High.
You know, a lot of displaced families who live right here in our country. You don't have to go across the waters to go find a family who needs assistance. They're here. And so I just think that there's a lot of waste when it comes down to how money is being spent in our government. And that's my opinion, regardless of who's in office.
We need to hear that opinion. You know, people are looking to you. You know, you got this. Everyone needs to be inspired. They're looking to you, and I feel like for my platform, I think people do buy into your perspectives. It's unfortunate. Some people don't agree with it, and that's good too. Comment though, okay? Subscribe. All right.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I love y'all. So playlist. What are you listening to get yourself inspired, to get you motivated to take on all these roles, to be unbalanced? It's like, I'm playing, to be balanced. What do you do? What do you listen to? What's your playlist? I know you into gospel.
Yeah.
But
I like hip hop too. That's what people don't realize about.
You did? Okay, maybe I'm going to ask that.
But no, one of the songs right now that's on my playlist is "It's the God in Me," because that's my whole.
That beat, dude.
It's the God in me.
That beat making me like,
I'm so fresh. Think I'm so clean.
Y'all do making me like,
so sweet.
what? Wait, hold on. When I get in the car, I'm so gonna play that.
But then when I listen to the lyrics, I'm like, that's so me. Like right now, I couldn't be more grateful about my life and where I am than any other day in my life, because I realize that it's nothing but of the blessings of God and my Father.
He's
that
so
has
dope.
been blessing me.
He's so dope. He's
Yes.
so dope. Y'all.
Like, I
He's so
cannot,
dope.
I don't go on any platform without saying that, and that's one opinion that I don't shy away from.
You heard me. I'm sorry. E.
Don't laugh.
What you listening to, y'all?
Don't laugh. Opportunity, from the soundtrack of Annie, not the old Annie, but the new Annie. Yeah,
That's a dope
for
song.
real.
I hate that you hit me with the Annie though.
I love that movie. I like the old one, new one is better. The Will Smith, Jamie Foxx version, the black version. Opportunity.
So that's what you rotating right now. What else you listening to? What you feeling about Baltimore music right now? I know you've always been a fan of Baltimore music.
Greenspan, Easy
I'm right into him.
Jackson.
Shout out to Greenspan. Shout out to Easy. I'm right into them.
The Boy Bless, Decoy.
I need to get him on the show.
Brian Lyrics, Sir
Shout out to
Tizzy,
Brian.
The
Him
Gill,
too.
Exoskeleton, Jay the Lioness.
Shout out to Jay. Is she still in Cali? How that work? Is she still here?
She's here.
All right, dope.
Yeah, be on the lookout for her new EP.
Oh, she's working on some stuff?
Yes.
Dope,
I can't
dope.
give out information.
Tell her to reach out.
I
gotta give a shout out to somebody, of course.
Go for it.
My old co-host Blizzard, but
Blizzard,
BBK,
yo,
BBK.
shout out to Blizzard.
BBK is on a whole tour.
Yo, Decoy, right? And Blizzard, they got. I gotta get them on the show. Dope.
Shout
What
out
up,
to
Blizzy?
Shout out Blizz.
I did notice.
They are ripping up.
Yes, they are doing big things.
some.
So how did he take it when you decided? I'm sorry, I gotta go there. Blizzy, I just want to know.
No, seriously.
How did he take it when? Was it like you had to? Did you include him at first? Cause it's our co-host.
Yeah.
From me. How did that?
That's real. So I did talk to him on the phone.
What time is it?
And I explained to him, and then I told him that I was going to transition the show over to Skyline Radio. I told him that's what I wanted to do. I had the candid conversation, but the crazy thing about it was he was already in transition in his life. So it was sort of like everything just came together. He needed this break so he could work on his music.
Wow.
And it was like,
Blizzy
it
though.
all worked. At
Yes.
first I said, now with this transition, I told this show Skyline, I said, whatever y'all do, always save a spot for Blizz to stay on this platform if he so chooses, even though I'm not there. And they promised, but for Blizz at the time, he was like, I'm not going to
music.
And then so now he is blossoming. His whole music career is doing some amazing things.
Shout out to BBK.
Yeah.
What do you want people to know about you that they don't know about you before we go? And then there's another one of my thoughts. We got to wrap up. For the both of you, why is it important to be an entrepreneur?
Okay, so what people don't know about me is, yes, sometimes I do get mad. I get real upset.
I just had to see it.
But over the years, I've learned how to, where to put that energy and where not to. When I'm at home, I get upset about things with the kids and, and stuff like that. It's just now because before, I'm this way because when I was a kid, I was a hot kid, right? I was
So
that type of person who... So over the years, I realized that didn't really work for me. So much prayer.
Y'all know me.
Definitely prayer. And having a relationship with God has really balanced me. So, yeah. So the person you see, I've always been a very kind person.
You got a dope hobby. Shouts to hubby though.
Yeah.
You got a brother though.
Titus Burrell, producer, writer, content creator extraordinaire. And being an entrepreneur just is the freedom that it has given me has just been paramount. I can be with my kids when I need to be. I can make money on my own terms.
Workshops.
Yes.
If you feel like you do have a natural ability, but you need some guidance, if you feel like you don't have a natural ability to be in media or radio, you need to go to these workshops. They're only $20.
Yes.
Miss Deborah is at the next one.
Yeah.
Conversations with Miss Deborah. Get familiar with her. Also, Miss Naomi, she's going to drop her contact information.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship, I just feel like we're going into a time where you don't know what the government is about to do. Okay? Networking comes with that. So you meet and then you building support and relationships. So it's bigger than just, let's network. It's bigger. This is a big deal. B don't talk a lot, but B got a lot to say. E though, entrepreneurship.
Being free. Free to do your own thing. Getting paid to do what you love. That's what's important.
What y'all need to say before we go? Because Diamond was nice to us today. He ain't be like, 5 minutes.
Got to go.
I just want to say real quick while I'm here, I am so proud of you for
Thank you.
how you blossomed into the media world.
Thank you.
I saw it coming, and that's one of my biggest things of putting people together.
You saw it for real?
I did.
I had no fucking ideas.
And,
Excuse me, I had no freaking name.
Nicole Elmore's thing.
Yep.
And then the talk that we had one night, V called me. It was like, look, man, I need to talk to you. No, I need to talk to you. And we had that conversation. Yeah. you helped me see some stuff that I did not see. And right then and there, I was like, yeah, she got it. Yeah.
Don't do me like this, my makeup and shit. I'm a fucking punk though, yo.
Everything he said.
Oh, don't think I'm a punk. I'm a big punk, right? Only Diamond and a couple people know I ain't. So. I be like, no, I'm really, I'm sad.
Digga, you always welcome. You're always welcome. I appreciate you. I'm proud of the two of you. E-Digga, you never stop. You're still creating. I think that's dope. You've been on a wave. He was on a thunder, y'all. I'm sorry. He was recording and it was a basement at first. I remember coming to a basement. Yeah. You said the attic now, but so you moved on up.
You heard me? You moved up. You elevated. You heard me?
So I don't know. Like I appreciate everybody. It's a vision, definitely.
Yes.
Take time. Things do gotta move around. I would definitely wanted to have you on sooner, but I just felt like it wasn't the time. I was still grinding. I knew you needed the homage because you did open the door, and embrace me. Because a lot of I was going to ask you, what was you thinking? Because a lot of people probably was looking at me and you was like, oh, V, all right, I see you, boo, okay. Interview, you ready? I was like, am I? I don't know. Am I ready? And you just was on it, and I appreciate that. And they owe me. I think we instantly kind of clicked.
Yeah, we did.
I think it was. I think you accepted me for me. I accepted you for you, and we kind of played around with that in a positive light. And we talked outside. We encouraged outside. We still shared something. We were still mingling, and I appreciate you from WFBR.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's the first time I met you with. Shout out to Antoine.
Yeah.
Baltimore Flavor. Shout out to Baltimore Flavor.
Yeah.
He's still a good friend, I would
Mama
say.
Dina.
He trying to get me on the show, boy. I'm coming though. I'm coming.
Yeah, you know he's not gonna stop.
He like, I'm gonna come to mess with him and Jay. But actually the day I met you, that day, I actually met Diamond through Twan. Shout out to Twan. What's up? But it's strategy, it's movement, it takes time. I ain't forgetting nobody. Some people you do gotta shut the door on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you gotta be like, nigga, bye. Boo. Ninja. I'm sorry, not ninjas. Ninjas. Sorry. Ninjas, bye. Boo. All right. I'm sorry. Drop y'all contact information. The V-Mix is rapping next Saturday. I'm going to be here. I know Billy Live should be here. If not, I'm still going to be here. But I think he will be. He's an artist. Again, shout out to Mira's Lighthouse. She does bundles. Also, she's responsible for my lashes, strips, and extensions she does drive. She is mobile. So shout outs again to the Gold Room. I really enjoyed myself. Shout outs to all the women holding it down. Ain't nothing like a bad chick. Ain't nothing like it. We ain't supposed to be submissive to a man with no vision. Period. If you ain't got no vision, you might as well miss me. Okay? That's the only way you gonna get me submissive. All right? All right, that was another rant. That was the soapbox off of Naomi Law.
Listen, I'm co-signing like a big dog.
Y'all got it messed up. All right, for all you men that got that word in your vocab, cut it. Okay, you gotta have a vision, boo boo, and a lot of you don't. All right. You gotta get me on this soapbox. I just had a whole soap, right?
She had you.
Soapbox. Soapbox. She drops them on your website, right?
Yeah.
On my website. Media workshops. The whole experience. You're working on the studio. E-Digga. Let's talk with E-Digga. Get familiar. Media is very important. We do have a responsibility. We really do. And I'm out. Shout out to Diamond K. Shout out to everybody. I see y'all next Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Stay tuned for a project that I'm releasing. And do y'all need to say anything before I'm be quiet?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You done, E? You done, Names?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
I forgot.
Oh, it's all good.
Podcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create